All right. Good morning, Lowell. My name is Justin Scott here with another Red Arrow Preps podcast. The website launched this week, so a really exciting time. So redarrowpreps.com. Feel free to check it out if you haven't yet. I'm here with three Lowell Radio veterans. How about you guys introduce yourselves and we can get rolling?
I'm Trenton Coulier. Been doing this for a couple years now. Really enjoy it.
I'm Kyle Stauffer. This is my 6th year, and I'm a senior this year.
My name's Eli Wilcox, and this is I think my 5th or 6th year as well, and I'm also a senior.
All right, awesome. Well, Wilcox, I'm a little disappointed. I kind of thought there'd be a nice big Culver spread here that you'd have
Oh,
for
yeah.
us, and we'd be all set up. But no, that's okay. I heard Kyle's buying after. So
Oh,
we
that's
appreciate
not
that.
true. That's going to South Carolina right
No.
there, if I can.
Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah. So you went to South Carolina last weekend. Tell us about that.
So it was beautiful. 55 degrees was cold for them. That's what they.
Okay.
That's what their.
Jealous.
That's what their tour guide was saying for us. But no. So it started. So we flew down Friday. We had every delay possible as expected.
Right.
But no, and then we even had troubles with getting our car. We had our rental car get shut down, and they had the problems with their network, whatever. So that was expected travels. But no, so Saturday morning it started with going and checking out like their informations and communications building and kind of what they had there. So I saw so they have a similar Red Arrow report setup. They have a small like production room, and then they have 3 or 4 other rooms that are just focused on like having like they have like TV set up, and they give information what's trending all around the country, and they have one for that, and then right next to it they have focus on the school. It was really beautifully set up. They do a full 9 to 5 your senior semester just preparing for the news, and then like your last hour either at 4 or 4:30 depending on which group you're in for the class, you'd do a 30-minute news segment, and they'd give you each position, and you just have your like hands on. You're going and doing that for your senior semester.
And it was your first time on campus.
Yes, so we went down, and then we were there till Sunday. So we were checking out the sites because that's right. Columbia is the capital, so it's like a 5 to 10 minute walk depending on where you're at in the city to see the Capitol. So we went and saw that out. The Court of Appeals is right there. Really beautiful spot. It's right in the center of the town there.
And why South Carolina? I mean, I'm sure there's a good amount. Not in Michigan. I think maybe CMU is one of the few, but
MSU's a good one. That
MSU's
my
good.
parent. So I was talking about it last night with my parents. Obviously, financials out of state. That's a big deal. So we're kind of going through all our options right now. But I was going through broadcast journalism programs itself because CMU, they have the program, but like they don't have a major like specifically focused on broadcast journalism. They have a journalism program or major, and then you can like go off and like focus on it, but it's not specifically like focused on that. Whereas South Carolina, they have a broadcast journalism major. And then I was checking out a few other ones. Miami of like Florida has it.
Big difference between Florida and Ohio.
Yeah. Northwestern, they're really smart there though, so figured I would have struggled to get into that program.
You would've been fine.
And then Syracuse is another prestigious one. That's one of the top ones, but I don't know how I would have felt going to somewhere even colder because it's up there in Western New York, and I'm a Bills fan, so I've been watching.
Okay.
I would have liked
that
that
would've been
part.
cool.
I would have liked that part, but no, it's just even more snow there than it is here. So I
Right.
figured I'll go get a fresh start there at South Carolina, and I'd have some warmer weather to have that time in as well.
Nice. Yeah. I thought about going down south for college, and then I decided on Western, which is one of the two snowiest campuses in the country. I think Michigan Tech is the first. So
Northern Michigan's up there too, but another reason for South Carolina is also that ESPN deal with the SEC in general. So I'd be able to try and like get an internship or like follow one of those guys that do like a football game or something for ESPN and just kind of see what they do, and it'd allow for me to step into somewhere and just know people as well.
Yeah, that experience is huge. What about you two? Any college thoughts so far?
I don't really have anything crazy yet. I'm kind of thinking like Kyle. I've been talking to Kyle about it, like getting into different programs, different schools, stuff like that. And then obviously he's a year ahead of me, so he figures it all out. And then I can just get it all set
Hmm.
up easier.
Right,
But
he's laying the
oh
blueprint
yeah,
for you.
uh-huh.
What are you, Wilcox?
I'm not going to college for broadcasting, but I'm going to MSU for a teaching degree,
Okay.
secondary education. So.
That's great. I'm a bit of a teacher myself,
Oh, yeah.
substitute
yeah.
teacher of the
We've
year
seen
last year.
we've seen you around. Yep.
It is crazy when like I don't substitute often, but when I substitute, sometimes I'll like hear the kids in the hallway like, oh my gosh, Shamrock's subbing for me, and I'm like, I can hear you guys, you know that, right? And I think once I heard like, oh, it's gonna be an easy day, and I'm like, well, now I'm just gonna give you work, like,
Heck yeah.
but yeah. So how has the year gone as far as broadcasting? Like I know we're right in the heart of kind of the dog days of basketball, as I call them. So a lot of basketball games. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
football this year was pretty crazy. Just go around and kind of tell me your experiences with everything this year.
Honestly, I think it's been a good year. Lots of events. Obviously, like football was a fun one with that deep run they made it in the playoffs. Lots of close games there.
Hmm.
Just during the season, it was great. Basketball's been good too. Lots of competitive. It's always fun to do the competitive games, obviously, but like I figured out over the years more, even the blowout material, I'm finding it easier to fill in like blank air or dead air
Hmm.
with just more the experience over time. But yeah, it's been good year so far.
Like who was on the broadcast for the Zealand West game, the football game?
I
It-
was on it for
I
sure.
was there
And then
as well. Yeah.
we had, and I told you earlier when we did this a couple years ago that
Mhm.
Byron Center,
Yes.
that was my favorite game, going there and beating them on homecoming. Zealand West tops it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it,
yeah.
So
it's not even just about the game. Watching the students run down
Mhm.
from their student section to go along the rail, because the play was happening down at the other end. It was
Right.
at the other end of the field.
The north end.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so they're all like, all of a sudden, you just start seeing them pile down the rows, and it's like it's like that third down or second
Mhm.
down that they're going
Yeah.
over there, and all of a sudden, on that fourth
And
down
then-
play, the pressure from Oxley, I think it was, and forced that incomplete pass, seeing that like the rail just completely erupt, and then all the parents as well
oh
doing
yeah,
just the
parents
crowd
got
pop.
really into
The
it, too.
crowd
It was
pop
great.
was just so electric. To be able to see that one from the top down, it was just really fun one to call.
I told Kyle at the end of the game, I think it was like a fourth down incomplete pass gave us the ball back to
Mhm.
win
Right, it was
after
that
like
Oxley,
three or
and
four.
the
yeah.
And that
Oxley
was
pressure.
it was so important because the guy was open, right?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know if he would have
yeah.
gotten the first down, but he
It,
was
it
definitely
was
was
going to be
open,
close. It was
yeah.
going to be a close play.
I told Kyle, I think he was on play by play to finish the game, and on that last one, I had the headset off. I was like, I'm so glad you were on the call. I'd have been losing my mind.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
And that's something Trey has gotten better at too, is controlling his screaming and emotions. Like as I've been like watching him go through the calls over the years, he started out, he had a little extra emotion where it was harder to hear. But as he's gone through and just called more games, he's been able to move from the screaming emotion to having the emotion while keeping it controlled, so the broadcast is still getting it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, that one
hearing
would
it.
have probably been a little tough.
And that's a hard thing to do when you work in sports and you work for your team, right? I
Mhm.
mean, because you can, like, let's say you're calling Ionia versus Saranac. You guys,
Right.
no matter what's
Mhm.
happened, you guys are gonna be calm, cool, and collected. But when Lowell's in it, it's like, okay, there's
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of passion there. Like when I was
Mhm.
working with Western's athletic department, and I'm a big Western fan still. Um, it was in the middle of that 2016 season where we went undefeated,
Oh
and
yeah.
when you're on the sidelines, you have to be professional and all that. And there's only one time I broke professionalism. Like when we beat Toledo to finish the regular season undefeated, everyone stormed the field. And I just got caught in it, and so I just went out there too. I was like, all right, whatever.
Oh,
And then I
yeah.
went back to work. But like it's so important that like you guys and you guys have some leeway, right? Like you guys can.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of
You
course.
should
Especially
be
with this
passionate, yeah.
being
Yeah.
our school, like you're
Mhm.
able to show that emotion, especially for the school, and that's another good thing. But like obviously, once you start moving towards games that you're like a neutral person, you have to like learn to be able to keep it like collected, especially.
Mm-hmm. Wilcox, what about you? I mean, you're a working man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess I saw you at Culver's the other day, so thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
But like, how are you balancing, like work life and then extracurriculars like this, and then school, and then everything else you got going on?
So, well, with the broadcast, lately with basketball, I've kind of been stepping back a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But with football, I did like most of the football games, and that was a lot of fun, like working on that. But see, this operation, like it's kind of gotten a little bit smaller. It's been more audio and less like visual over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've just kind of realized like Al and some other guys, like they can do it on their own, and I can
Mhm.
kind of step back more. But coming up to baseball, that's going to be one where you'll have an announcer on the field, the scoreboard operator, and that's where I'm definitely going to step in more and help out and work for that more.
Mm-hmm. And why is baseball kind of more difficult? Is it just that you guys are actually operating everything up in the booth,
Yeah,
or
definitely that. Because like with basketball and football, there's other people doing the scoreboard, other people like announcing. I mean,
Mhm.
and baseball, I don't know. That is weird to me because I don't like we're doing everything for baseball. I mean, like I'm not complaining.
Right.
Like I like it. It's fun. Like it's like announcing baseball games, like calling everybody out. That's like a fun time and playing the music.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know why it is like that.
Do any of the players ever go up to you and it's like, hey, I know this is like our walk up music, but can you actually play this? Does that ever happen?
Surprisingly,
No,
no.
okay.
But like even if they did, it's already all pre-recorded, so we wouldn't be able to change it
Right,
anyways.
okay.
I've had a couple of them just from knowing them as buddies, like during like before like when they get out there for warm ups and stuff, just out there like at like 3:15 or
Mhm.
whatever, yelling at us up there to figure it out and get the speaker going just so
Yeah.
they have some warm up music. But other than that, no, it's just all in good fun and whatnot.
Right. What about you, Trey? How are you balancing life as a working man up at Cannonsburg?
So right now it's kind of been the same as Eli. I'm trying to obviously I'm gonna do as much as I can, but it's harder as well, like balancing both, because coincidentally I work a lot of Tuesdays and
Mhm.
Fridays and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been trying to work it out better, but obviously with that's gonna end soon, and then baseball season coming up, excited for that.
Mhm.
Get back into that.
Are you guys doing spring sports this year or no? We're not sure
I'm
yet.
not in spring.
No.
Trey, are you in
I'm-
baseball?
I'm not really sure yet what I'm looking to do right now.
Mhm.
Luckily enough, I quit probably I quit. So I played football my junior year. I quit baseball after like the summer of freshman year, and I've started to move kind of towards the broadcasting side a lot more just because that's what I want to go and
Yeah,
do
and
with my future. So
For
it's been focused on that.
for me, that's been kind of been the thinking a little bit, is like what's honestly gonna take me farther
Mhm.
if I want to pursue it more, is like going to actually play the sport, or like broadcasting. It's obviously gonna be broadcasting would probably be the better opportunity for trying to go farther with like college and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah.
Are you still playing travel ball or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
see, there you go.
Hmm.
So let's, earlier this year, I gave you guys a book, right? I gave you the history of little football, right? Which is out now, by the way.
Hmm.
So we're going to do a little bit of trivia and see how good you guys do.
Oh no.
I didn't
okay.
study.
I had it like I would use that in like the 2024 like book just to compare it to like how they were doing against like the other teams like in the conference and playing those, but we left it with the radio program obviously because that's where it's going to be in the future and what it needs to be with.
Right, for sure. But let's see what you can do here. So, this team, this northern team, whose nickname is the Packers, was actually a mainstay in Lowell's conference in about 40 years ago.
How long ago?
About
40
years ago.
40 years
40
ago?
years ago, yeah.
40 years
They're
ago.
the Packers.
The Packers.
And their colors are red and black.
The Packers from. You said Northern?
Yeah, they're definitely northern. Yeah. Start with an F. We're looking for Fremont.
I was gonna say
That's a tough one.
I should have just said it. I should have just said it and made myself look like an idiot if it was wrong.
It's hard to believe. Like they were a mainstay in our conference, right? And
that's nuts to think that Fremont
crazy.
was in our conference.
Well, and yeah, like think like long time ago, like when we go and play, like let's say Lake Odessa or something in like the 1900s,
Right.
1910. Right. How are we getting there? I need to look at that. I don't know. Like we were playing Holland in 1925, and it's like, how did we get to Holland? Like I don't know the answer. All right, let's do another one. So this is 2008. I was in 8th grade. What was Lowell's first Pink Arrow opponent? They are on the Lake Shore.
Was it? Oh no, never mind. The Lake Shore changed my mind.
I want to say it's I want to say Muskegon, but I feel like that's off.
Not a Muskegon team. Oh. Their nickname's the Dutch.
The Dutch.
Is it just? I don't know.
You're overthinking it. It's Holland. Holland High School.
Okay, Holland was. I was gonna go with Holland. I was just gonna say Holland, but
you should. You just gotta say it. You just gotta trust your gut. Just trust your gut.
It was an interesting one. Another interesting one was like when we played the Hubbard. So Chicago Hubbard. This is 13 through 15.
We played in Indiana school. What year was that?
It was
27.
I think it was 18.
18.
We played John Adams, South Bend John Adams, I think, or South Bend Adams, or anyway, yeah, I remember going to that game, and I think we won it. I don't actually. I think we lost it.
I know we've had Canadian prep schools here come here to play in an opening game too. So.
Right, and the wrestling team actually and this is again I think this is the 80s. They wrestled the Canadian like All Stars from like Ontario or something like that. So it was super. I mean, it's kind of like super interesting. So let's go like 2022. So
if we get this one wrong.
No. When was this? So this was so Stauffer. This would be your freshman year, right?
22, 23, yeah.
22, 23, okay. So 22, let's see. We had, so we played Mattawan. Then we played Thornapple Kellogg. I think Thornapple Kellogg was that or Greenville that was Pink Arrow that year?
Yeah.
I want to say it was Thornapple.
I think it was Thornapple Kellogg.
Yeah.
Yep, then we lose to Byron Center. We beat FHN 35-7. That was no, this was after Trinidad Chambliss was there.
Yeah.
Lose 14-7 to FHC. Then we beat up in Grand Rapids Christian.
I remember this season because
this is after Cleaver.
This was
yes, I believe so. Yeah. Then we lose by 1 to EGR. We beat Northview. And then what team did we lose to in the playoffs? So it was 36-28.
Wasn't that
Zealand West, wasn't it?
It was Zealand West.
At Zealand West?
Yeah.
All right, let's go the year after.
Because we got revenge this year.
Yeah.
Because that was our most recent.
Right.
The year after, was that the Central year where we played Forest Hill Central at home for our homecoming?
Yeah, and then
we lost to
at
and
FHC.
we lost to them by like a one-score game or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember who we played the week after because there was a week in between those games.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Christian?
Yes, yeah. And then
I got to get my redemption somewhere here, so I gotta.
This one might be a little harder. I mean, 2020, right? So we beat Byron Center in that absolute thriller of a game. It was at Byron Center. You guys would have been, just like middle school, right?
Yeah.
This might be a little harder. Who did we play after Byron Center? It was at home, high-scoring game.
After Byron Center, conference, non-conference?
Definitely non-conference.
Yeah,
it's kind of a weird one.
Was it Mona Shores?
I mean, it wasn't that weird, I guess. They're purple.
Purple. Not Mona Shores.
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah. They're fairly close by school.
Was it
Caledonia?
It was.
Yeah. Well, and we were supposed to play them earlier that year, but that was the COVID year.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
Because I know we went there. We went to Cal, and was that the 8th grade year? That might have been my 8th grade year.
Okay.
Because I think it was at Cal. That was like my first broadcast.
Yes, yeah, and they beat us pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Now, yeah. What do you guys remember about COVID year? Because that was such a weird, like, I mean,
So that was
I was
the end
up
of
to
our
high
6th
school.
grade year.
mhm.
It
Yeah,
was
that's
when
when
it
it
hit,
started.
and then obviously 7th grade we've got the
Red Day, White Day. I think.
Yeah.
hybrid
The hybrid
schedule.
yeah. That was
That-
definitely weird.
what
No,
was
that
it
was
like,
not.
like going through that sort of thing?
It was definitely interesting. I remember it seemed really weird when like
All of a sudden-
everybody could go to school at once again towards the end of the year more.
Right.
And it was like there's a lot of people, but it was just different after.
Well, I was in choir 3rd try because I didn't do an instrument, so
Mhm.
I happened to luck out and miss out on my concert. Shucks.
Right.
No. So like we're there like Thursday the 12th, and then everyone's, oh, it was a Friday the 13th. Oh, that's when it started. But no, we were gonna go on vacation. We were gonna go up to Toronto because we've got season tickets for the Griffins here.
Mhm.
So we were gonna go check out Toronto and check out the Hockey Hall of Fame. That was like the 26th or something, like just a couple of weeks down the road. We were
Right.
looking forward to it. All of a sudden, everything's shut down, and
Mhm.
it's like, what's going on? Because
Our-
they say it's gonna be like the 2 weeks, and we'll be back to normal. And we
that's
went
what
for
I was
months.
gonna say. I remember like the 2 weeks thing, and it was just like
Well, when we came back to play football, obviously you couldn't have you could only have like 2 people or something
Well, and you
for
didn't
the
know,
varsity
like-
sports, and they had like the covering, like the
Mhm.
plastic coverings on the bottom of the face mask that would always fog up.
Yep.
It was weird.
It was, yeah, and I just felt so bad for those seniors that year.
Oh,
Especially.
yeah,
Like, you
right.
like it's one thing if you're a freshman, you lose your freshman season. It's still
Right, that's-
still not fun, right?
Right,
like,
but
the
it's not.
seniors,
It's
like,
you're not missing out on like a playoff run that like you would be a part of, like that junior or senior season.
mhm. Back to our trivia. So 2009, who did we beat in the championship game in football?
We were 1 year old.
Devin Gardner was quarterback. He went on to
Is it-
Michigan.
Oh, okay.
I'm only
Was
thinking of
it-
Sauce Gardner and when we lost to King in the
No,
14-15
I
year,
I mean,
but
they're
no.
they're a Detroit school.
Yeah,
Is
it's,
Don't exist anymore, actually.
It's-
Oh.
does it start with a T?
No, it
I
starts
keep
with an
it-
I.
Oh,
Um,
Ithaca?
They are kind of up by Mount Pleasant.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I-
Inkster.
yeah.
We're looking for
Inkster.
Inkster.
Inkster. I
Um,
thought of the I school. I said it.
All right, let's go to
Didn't work
04.
this
We're gonna
time.
keep challenging you guys.
Okay.
2004. Now this team went undefeated, right?
Eli, feel free to buzz in
I'm
whenever.
sorry.
All right, we beat this Ionia team. Kind of Ionia team, like this Ionia Lansing area team, who are the Red Wings in the state championship game.
St. John's?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh,
St.
yeah.
John's.
You
Come
beat me
on
to it
now.
there. You beat me to it there.
That was,
The Red Wings did it.
I think that was one of the last games at the Pontiac Silverdome, actually. Now, you guys probably wouldn't remember what the Silverdome was. I barely remember what the Silverdome was.
Boom. Got blown up.
It did. All right, let's go to 02 now. Were you guys born in 02 even?
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, no, that's not even
No.
close.
No,
You guys
No,
are
we
it's
were
not.
born.
God.
I was born.
7
I was
years
born
later.
in 08.
Okay, all right. I'm old.
Yeah, so not.
So if you know this, it's like, I mean, this is actually tough knowledge for you to know. You
The St. John's one. I got that one. So.
All right. Yeah, I mean, so I think this will be tough. So this is 2002. Again, team was obviously very good. They had one loss. That was to East Grand Rapids. That was back in the, that was in the days that like East Grand
East Grand Rapids and Lowell was the thing.
and it's
Uh-huh.
still the thing, you know. Like,
Right.
it's still an awesome game. We beat this Detroit-based parochial school, and they are orange and black, and they're the Warriors. They're very good at lacrosse and hockey and pretty much every other sport.
I just hear orange and black, and I want
I-
to say Belleville. I know that's wrong.
No.
I know that's
No.
wrong.
I mean, they are orange and black though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I've
right.
got in my head
What
right now.
was their
They're the
Name-
Warriors.
Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Out of Birmingham. Actually, I think they might be Bloomfield now. But you're looking for
Okay.
Brother Rice High School.
Oh, come on.
That's
That's
like that's
huge.
not even.
I don't
that's
want
not
people
even
to hear
bad,
that one.
right?
Yikes.
Yeah,
No, that's
that's
okay.
not even. Bad.
You guys weren't alive then. So, all right, let's go to one where you guys were on this planet when it happened.
I
Let's
was
see.
gonna say we keep getting farther away, and we're just like
well,
struggling.
those are the championship years,
True.
though. You
Yeah,
know.
right.
All right, let's go to it's just 2019. This is, let's see. Do we do 2019? I barely even remember the 2019 season.
This will be our 6th grade year here.
Is that when we beat FHN
With Trinidad.
Trinidad.
I think
I
it's
think.
well. Let's see. Or is that
I think
2020?
it was either 19 or 20.
Let's see. No, it was 19. That's right. Yeah. So 19 we beat Trinidad, and then in 20 they returned the favor and they
Mhm.
beat us. But yeah, it was a COVID year, you know.
Yeah,
so,
right.
2019 we won 3 playoff games. That was against Cedar Springs, Northview, and this Forest Hills School. Is it Central or Northern or Eastern? But it's
No,
not
East,
gonna be
it's not going to
Eastern.
be
Was
Eastern.
it
I think I would say Central.
Central.
It was
most
Central.
likely.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yep. We did. So okay. All right. Let's get back to like where things are now. So, what's kind of the state of the radio program? Like, how are things going here? I mean, I know Al's. I mean, if Al were on, he would tell us everything.
Oh
but,
yeah.
I mean, everything seems to be going awesome here.
Yeah, so we've been able to obviously continue to broadcast all football games. We've done all home basketball games, and it'll be weird to say that this is the last year of doing it, but
Is Lando gonna fill in for you?
he will not.
Okay,
He's
all
gonna
right.
be he's gonna be playing.
Okay.
He'll be playing football and stuff. So I said he's got to find his own path here, build
Yeah.
build his own route.
Mhm.
But no, we'll be handing the locked box over to Trey with the keys. So we'll let him take it in good hands.
Do you guys
yeah.
ever re-watch like your broadcasts or anything like that, or like?
I
pick 'em
know
apart or
you
anything?
have to, but I just can't
There
listen to
is.
myself.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way as Kyle. I hear
Mhm.
my voice in a video. I'm like, oh, this is.
I
So I
this is
shouldn't
bad.
post your clips,
But,
is what you're saying.
I mean, go ahead if you want.
Go,
to.
use the clips. I just can't
But didn't
listen.
you say when you went to the thing in Detroit, like the convention in Detroit, that's normal to just you hear.
Everyone says so.
So-
Like Al took us to the Michigan Association broadcast. You can see his lanyard right there. But no, so there's professionals there. Like Daniela Bruce was there for an example. But no, everyone just says that it's hard to listen to yourself, but you got to be able to do it so you can pick up on like what you're doing repetitively and kind of change
Right.
some of those mistakes
So
as well.
there's been times where in a game, if I think I made like a good call or something
Mhm.
that sounded good, I'll go back and listen to a few minutes of it. But I have not really like.
Al will throw some of the games on too during flex time for us in here,
Yeah.
and like he'd let us listen to ourselves and kind of
Mhm.
pick up on things as well. So that's another good
Yeah.
thing because he's making us do it so we can pick up on those mistakes.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think you guys should be hard on yourselves. Like, I mean, Al literally told me, you know, you're one of the best that's ever been here. Like, that's insane. And obviously, you know, you're really good at what you do. You're really good at what you do. Like, I mean, you shouldn't be
Thank
hard on yourselves. And like, do you guys have a gauge like how many schools have these types of programs?
Oh,
I know I can
yeah.
think of one. Like East Kentwood has something that's kind of similar. As a huge school though, with like tremendous resources.
So when we were broadcasting the Zealand West playoff game, actually, we had the Mount Pleasant game pulled up on
Mm-hmm.
our
theirs was
computer.
very good.
They have a great one. They have like full video production, like 5 or 6 different camera
Oh, yeah.
angles.
Mm-hmm.
They're switching and just a great program over there at Mount Pleasant, especially.
I
That's
think
one that we've picked up
That's
on.
probably
Obviously,
one
just
of the
playing
better
them.
ones
Yeah,
I've seen before. That's like around here.
but like even like during like the conference play, like we didn't really see any other like we didn't have another like school that had students doing their broadcasts. It was a lot of the Michigan Sports Radio and stuff doing their calls.
I remember last year in our playoff game at DeWitt.
Mm-hmm.
They had it was a younger man, I think. He was in his 20s, but he was one of the main sportscasters for Michigan State basketball
Okay.
radio, and I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think Mount Pleasant is definitely one of the better ones, as Kyle said, with all the different camera angles and everything they did.
Is there like a sport that we're not covering now that like you think it'd be really cool to do like a broadcast for?
Soccer, definitely.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say. I think soccer would be cool,
Or
like
lacrosse.
especially some of the
They're gonna
better games last year.
They'll be really good. The girls'
yeah.
team's gonna be really good this year. They're gonna be awesome. But I mean, I know like getting the equipment there and all that. Like,
Right.
what is the behind the scenes stuff that we don't see? And Wilcox is like,
So-
I know this. Like, give me that one.
It's definitely because we only have like Al. He's like the main overseer of everything.
Al's the man.
And
Al's awesome.
So the final decision's up to him ultimately, but like it would just be hard because we don't have enough people to do it
Hmm.
and enough time. Because I know like some of the soccer games like conflict with I think some of the baseball games.
Right.
And so we kind of have to make the decision: do we
Mhm.
do baseball or do we do soccer? You got to pick one or the other.
Right.
Because
Right.
I think we have two Comrex portables, that's how you get the signal out.
Hmm.
But the problem is we don't have
Everything else
every-
having to
we don't-
move.
the people, the equipment to do that.
And then obviously Al's the one like running the show too. So like
Mhm.
you don't have two of him at one play
Right.
or one time, and that'd be nice to have just to be able to use him to your advantage. But with how much he's done for us in the broadcasting and like the radio itself, it's been great.
I think golf would be fun. Like you're out. I don't know how you do that, but
Start
like,
building your own Masters broadcast.
No, I mean, yeah, you're out. Like you're just out on the. Like, I love doing golf pictures because I just get to be like out on the golf course and just
Right,
kind of like
right.
chilling. Although it does make me like, oh, I really want to play right now. I think I could like kill this course sort of thing.
I would have loved to have done hockey. Obviously, that's hard to
Mhm.
do with it being Cal rather than Lowell. Like, and we only had Harmon last year.
Mhm.
This year we have him, Eston, and then I think it's Will is the foreign exchange student.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
good crew this year.
So
and
you
I
got
mean to
those
get out to
three.
them, yeah.
But no, that one's another hard one to do, especially like just with how fast paced everything is. But like going to the Griffins games, and like I've been up with Bob Kaiser, their play-by-play guy for like the Griffins, and
Mhm.
I've listened to him. So I like that one would have been fun to do just because that's something like that I've watched since I was like a newborn pretty much, and
Mhm.
that one would have been a fun one to do.
Now, Trey, I know you did wrestling regionals last year. Are there any plans for wrestling coverage this year? Because team regionals will be next week, and then hopefully, team states will be the week after.
So personally, I've never like broadcast myself
Mhm.
the wrestling events, but I love to go, and obviously I go help Al
Mhm.
set up and everything. But I love watching like competitive wrestling, and then when it's cool too. Like past few years, I've gone and watched the state championships and come and help Al, and it's cool. Like everybody is from town is there filling up that place, and
Mhm.
I love to go watch that.
I don't like we're D2, so we're
Right.
kind of sandwiched in between D1 and D3, and now D3 they've got a great crowd because Dundee's always
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Dundee
Oh,
always
yeah.
travels well, but then on the other side, like
Yeah.
we kind of overfill into Detroit Catholic Central
Oh,
section,
yeah.
who I expect to be over there again this year.
Yeah.
Like I kind of wish we were on the end. We were on the end, and this was a long time ago, back when wrestling was at CMU. It was at CMU for just a few years, but we were on the end, and that was awesome. Like, cause we kind of like were all over there.
Oh
But,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it should be another exciting year of that, and we're lucky that we have a sport that can go and make a big run all the time. And I mean,
For
football
sure.
just made a big run, and I mean, golf was in the state finals, and gymnastics they've been in the team state finals quite a bit the last few years. So I mean, we do have teams that make these really great runs. They just don't happen to always be broadcast sports.
Right.
'Cause
Exactly.
it's hard to broadcast like a gymnastics event. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, you'd have to be like an expert on it, right?
Right,
And
yeah.
I'm not. I kind of understand the scoring a little bit, but like that competitive cheer, like I'm like, how do they get these scores? Because all these teams seem like awesome. But Yeah. Anything else before we go? I can give you more trivia if you want, but
I made
I-
myself look too bad
Here.
already.
All right.
I'm with Kyle.
let's give you some redemption. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Who are the teams in the River Cities Alliance?
Okay, that's easy. Cedar Springs,
Okay.
Allendale,
Coopersville,
Coopersville,
Mm-hmm.
us,
Kennewood Hills,
obviously,
us,
and then
Just two more.
Greenville,
Greenville.
Sparta.
Yeah, bingo. There you go. See, they got it right there.
Heck yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you for having us.
No,
Yeah,
anytime.
thank
you guys are certainly. I mean, we can get in the podcast studio anytime we want. Thanks
All
to
right.
Al and the radio
Oh,
crew
yeah.
for this awesome studio that we get to just kind of broadcast out of. So